A group of parents and teachers are suing the UK government over the teaching of trans ideology in primary schools, claiming that it violates children's rights and exposes them to harm. The group, called Safe Schools Alliance UK, has launched a crowdfunding campaign to raise £100,000 for legal fees. They say they have evidence that some primary schools are teaching children that they can change their sex or gender identity, and that this is contrary to the law and scientific evidence.
What the statute says is that you cannot present an idea that is contentious as if it is the only idea or the only version or the only worldview available on that topic.
Right. It seems to be like it's a mythical, but it does seem to be like a craze, right? It seems like it's a fact, like it's the trendy thing now for young people in school to go like,
Group argues that such teaching is incompatible with the Equality Act 2010, which protects people from discrimination based on sex, and the Human Rights Act 1998, which guarantees the right to respect for private and family life. They also claim that it breaches the Education Act 1996, which requires schools to provide balanced and objective information on controversial issues. The group says that trans ideology is harmful to children's physical and mental health, as it may lead them to undergo irreversible medical interventions such as puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. They also say that it erodes the rights and safety of girls and women by allowing boys and men to access female-only spaces and sports. The group has hired a legal team led by Paul Conraith, a human rights solicitor who has previously represented Cara Bell, a detransitioned woman who won a landmark case against the NHS over puberty blockers. The group's legal challenge comes amid growing concerns over the influence of trans activist groups in schools. A recent report by Policy Exchange, a right-wing think tank, found that some secondary schools were not informing parents when a child questioned their gender identity. The report also criticized the guidance issued by organizations such as Stonewall and Mermaids, which promote trans inclusion in schools. The government has promised to publish new guidance for schools on issues around gender identity within weeks after facing pressure from teaching unions and MPs. The Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, said, "These are really sensitive areas. It's important that we treat them sensitively and that parents know what's going on." However, some campaigners have warned that the government may cave into the demands of trans lobby groups and weaken the sex education curriculum. A coalition of organizations, including Women's Aid and Violence Against Women and Girl Guiding, wrote to the Education Secretary, Gillian Keegan, last week to urge her not to let culture wars undermine sex education. They said, "England's schools have a vital role in tackling misogyny and abuse. We cannot allow this opportunity to be lost."